IPR is the largest private trenchless underground solutions contractor in the United States. It is well known for innovative, proven, and sustainable solutions for our nation's aging underground infrastructure problems. Today, we are focusing on trenchless pipe and structure renewal solutions for large diameter pipes and irregular shaped underground structure such as manholes, wet wells, and junction boxes. Why? A significant portion of the damaged and aging stormwater and sewer infrastructure exists in large diameter pipes and culvert sections, many of which run beneath major roadways, railroads, airport runways, and hard-to-reach locations in urban areas. Since dig and replace methods are very expensive and disruptive, a trenchless rehabilitation process is the logical solution, and IPR set out to make it even more cost-effective than ever. To accomplish this, IPR recognized that more sophisticated application equipment and product technology were required. The result? The EcoCast Advanced Geopolymer Lining System, a high-performance, environmentally friendly, centrifugally cast lining system. The application equipment designed by IPR features a constant-speed electric chain-driven sled and a monitored high-velocity rotating applicator that simultaneously moves back and forth, resulting in a precision application to engineered standards and project specifications. The material, developed in conjunction with GeoTree Technologies, is called GeoSpray. It is a microfiber reinforced ultra-dense geopolymer that is not only structural when cured, but sustainable as well. Unlike traditional cement mortars, GeoSpray is a geopolymer matrix that when applied becomes a chemically fused ceramic. EcoCast has undergone extensive third-party testing and meets the strictest industry standards for long-term, safe performance. It is designed to extend the useful life of an existing pipe or structure for an additional 50 years. Another key feature is that EcoCast will adhere to virtually any surface at significantly greater thicknesses in a single pass than traditional systems. A recent residential community storm pipe rehabilitation project turned out to be the perfect showcase for the necessity and efficiency of the EcoCast system. One such community, Walden on Lake Conroe, has experienced phenomenal growth, and its storm drainage infrastructure had begun to feel the burden. A portion of this 150-foot section of 66-inch diameter corrugated metal pipe had completely failed, and the rest was in desperate need of repair. With several lakeside homes in jeopardy, the city needed to act fast.
Well, what happened with this pipe was we were notified of a failure at the very end of it. There was a small sinkhole forming, and this was back in 2004. And the pipe was completely covered in water. So within 5 years, the whole end of the pipe completely deteriorated. There was no end of the pipe. It was gone completely. And there was a huge cavern underneath the deck here. The pipe completely failed. It deteriorated, it collapsed, and because of the nature of its limited access, and within this residential neighborhood, 2 houses that border right on the easement, the pipe diameter was such that if we were to do full excavation, you would endanger the homes and etc. Slip lining the pipe was out of the question because you didn't have the access enough to slip line the pipe, and cured in place was just extremely expensive because of the large diameter of the pipe.
When IPR proposed the EcoCast solution and provided a true cost savings, the project was quickly given approval to proceed.
The EcoCast process was really brought about because of the need for the ability to work on smaller footprint areas. We can work on the rehab of pipes that are shorter sections, 40, 60, 100 feet. Typically, for different processes, the shorter sections aren't as well or liked or recognized, but with this process we can do it. We can also really work with pipe from 48 inches on up, and we can be very cost effective because of the materials we're using.
With the street safely cordoned off, the IPR crew began to prepare for the pipe renewal process. Note that only 200 feet of the street was barricaded and was still passable for local residents and school buses. In this particular case, the damaged pipe ran from the middle of the street, in between 2 houses, and ended in the lake. 2 weeks of heavy rain also complicated matters. as it significantly raised the lake level and left the end of the outfall pipe completely covered in water. So, before any work could be done, the end of the outfall pipe had to be plugged, a bypass system set up, and major infiltration points inside the damaged pipe needed to be repaired.
The EcoCast system is an actual structural replacement for a host pipe. We are using the host pipe strictly as a form. So that gives us the advantage if the pipe is actually not structurally sound anymore to patch any water infiltration and make any type of repairs so it ends up the actual dimension and size that we want.
Once the sled is lowered into the pipe through the manhole, the crew above prepares for the installation. The geospray material is poured into the hopper, where it is blended with water in a measured and monitored amount in a high shear mixer. The pump output is consistent and is monitored throughout the application process. With the sled in position and hoses connected, continuous automated pumps are started and the process begins. The speed of the sled and the velocity of the spray heads are carefully monitored to ensure the proper thickness and consistency of the liner. As the chain-driven sled steadily moves backward toward the upstream entrance, the rotary head simultaneously moves from front to back. This allows the EcoCast lining to quickly build thickness on the damaged pipe wall. At the rate of a foot per minute, the system applied a half-inch thick layer of geospray to the 150-foot section of pipe in just 2.5 hours. In all, IPR recommended 3 passes, totaling 1.5 inches thick, to safely restore the pipe. All 3 applications were made on the same day and allowed to cure overnight. By sealing the manhole along with the entire section of pipe, this drainage outfall section is now completely rehabilitated and is considered to be a monolithic structure. For the community of Walden on Lake Conroe, the decision to use EcoCast proved to be the best solution. All of this was completed in just a few days and without having to dig a single hole or disrupt the normal activities of the neighborhood. What was accomplished here with EcoCast was fast, efficient, and necessary. And there are thousands of other drainage outfalls, just like this one, that need the same attention. With trenchless rehabilitation systems like EcoCast in place, there's no longer reason for these problem pipes and culverts to be ignored.
The homeowners' response have been very positive. They have been excited about the fact that we didn't have to tear up their yard. This technology allows us to have a contractor come in, very minimally invasive, and install a whole new pipe without having to dig it up. By using this form of trenchless technology, we've been able to save money and complete the project faster. That's the bottom line.
EcoCast, developed by IPR and enabled by GeoTree, the first proven advanced geopolymer lining system specifically designed for short-section, large-diameter pipe and structures.